So our first topic, our first topic is Stuart Snyder.
Yeah, was he really that bad?
Um, well,
He really that bad?
um, I'm gonna be honest. When I was like around the Stuart Snyder era, I was very young, and my critical thinking wasn't as elevated as now. So, I mean, when I look back at the shows that were airing at that time, at least in terms when it comes to cartoons, it was a bit mediocre. Like I've heard Flapjack and Chowder are good, and I haven't seen those shows in a while. But
I think they are.
out of the ones that I did, yeah. But the other ones like Camp Lasso, My Gym Partner is a Monkey, they were all right. Uh, I guess a lot of people hate the Stuart Snyder era because of the live actions. And to be honest, like since I don't live in the U.S., my Cartoon Network was a little different, so it took a while for them to air live action shows, and at the time they were airing, I wasn't really watching Cartoon Network, so I never got the chance to properly watch those shows.
My thoughts on it.
So
Oh yeah, you can.
I don't have anything against Stuart Snyder because he wasn't there to crucify me.
That's true. Well, now when I take a look at today's era, I see like basically marathons of T9s go. This is not nothing against the show. It's mostly against like the people that schedule it. Because the show, I guess, I can respect for what it is trying to be, but uh,
Yeah, I actually don't think Teen Titans goes that way.
I mean, I won't watch it, but I mean, like, obviously there are people that like it and it makes them the most money, so I respect that. So, my thoughts on the period then, I mean, you look at the schedule, it was a lot better then, and you still had Ed, Edd n Eddy until 2009, at least here. Um,
Yeah, because I think Stuart Snyder came in. I think it was 2007.
2007
I
is it?
don't
Yeah.
remember. It was either six or okay. So yeah, at the time, NNA was still airing. I think also Billy and Mandy, but no, Billy and Mandy ended in
2008, I think.
so no.
You,
I mean the show itself ended in seven, but there was a TV movie called Under Fist that aired in 2008. But although it does feature the same characters, it's not exactly the main show.
yeah, I think, and plus you gotta think, I I read this recently that Jim Samples himself was the one who actually started the live action thing. He wasn't gonna take it to the extreme, but he said himself, I'm probably butchering this, but he said that you will be able to expect more live action on the channel within the coming years, but that it would still be a cartoon dominated network. So you can't really blame Stuart Snyder for that, really.
Yeah, this is the same as people now. They're blaming Christina Miller for all the Teen Titans Go schedules, but no one even knows who's in charge of the schedule. They're so quick to blame Christina Miller when they don't even know what's her exact role. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of Cartoon Network's current state right now. I think there are too many reboots, but I'm not so quick to blame Christina Miller. Sure, she does share some of the blame, but I don't know what's her role there, so I can't just quickly blame her.
It seems a lot of people like to blame the person with the president in the title. Well,
Yeah,
there's a specific team for scheduling. Obviously, I mean it's not all on Christina Miller,
true.
and I think people are so upset about Boomerang rebranding in 2014. I think it was 2014 or 2015. 2015 for the United States, I think. But you gotta realize that Boomerang would have rebranded even no matter who was the president. I mean, it was going downhill at the point where they had to start implementing newer shows, and then eventually they had to at some point.
I'm gonna be not really into Boomerang. I actually kind of like how they were starting to air new shows. Like I like the idea in sort of Hanna Barbera cartoons. Some of them were Hanna Barbera, but others weren't exactly. But it was kind of inspired. Like there's this cartoon called Bunnicula that airs on Boomerang, which I think is good, and the art style is very similar to Hanna Barbera. So I like how they had the idea of implementing new shows there while also airing older shows
Like, yeah, but
because
yeah, yeah, that sounds.
just airing classic, I'll be honest, I don't really care that much. Like if there are old shows that I like, I'll probably just watch online.
Yeah, it's true, but really though, it's not really supporting the people that made them. That's my thing about that. That's why I'm thankful for Nick Splat and stuff like that, so I can watch the shows on TV and support the people that made them.
Yeah.
People are upset about speaking of that. People are upset about Nick Splat being on Teen Nick. I mean, what else are they gonna do with that channel? I mean, the channel's basically dead at this point, except for Nick Splat. That's it.
Like they air like older shows, but how old exactly? Like is it
Uh
exclusive to 90s or they
oh.
also include 2000s?
Well, from what I've seen, recently been doing this whole snake thing. I think they should just implement that every Saturday night. But I mean, that's my thing. Um, they mostly do 90s. I haven't really seen any 2000s shows airing. I've suggested it to them. I've suggested a lot of things to both Nick Splat and Boomerang before. They've both reviewed them. I don't know what they're gonna do with them, but I think they're
Yeah.
mostly doing 90s.
Well, I mean, for example, Boomerang, they're starting to air a few 2000s cartoon. Like, there's this cartoon called Juniper Lee that
Uh,
aired around 2005, and they're airing on Boomerang. And
are they really?
I actually have to check that.
I don't know if they're doing that in the United States, but because I'm big on schedules and I look at schedules all the time for TV channels.
Well, actually, I found that out because of the. I think there's a streaming servers
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Boomerang,
they have
and
that
that's
on
where
there.
I learned that. Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing that on the channel though. I really hope this doesn't happen, but they might actually just kill the channel and just replace it with the app. I really hope that doesn't happen though.
I guess, like, to be honest, like I really don't watch Boomerang, so
I don't
actually
either,
I don't even watch. Yeah,
but I mean, like I think it still has a chance to redeem itself. I mean, it doesn't even have to be only strictly classic cartoons. I'd just like a Nick Splat type block on there that I made a few videos about that airs like a variety of different shows. You can it doesn't even matter how long you air them. You can air like 2 hours of Ed and Eddie, 2 hours of Cow and Chicken or something like that. Just like a 6 show block that you have on there when Adult Swim is airing.
I've actually heard a few suggestions that Adult Swim should be its own channel and Boomerang should stay at night.
Mm, I don't know. I do kind of support Adult Swim being at least pushed back because I mean that's pretty early to start an adult block. 8 o'clock.
True. I think like it with Adult Swim being a night block. Like I'm kind of scared that if it becomes its own channel, like they're going to implement a lot of business decision making, like more than now,
Like more
and it
like
kind of ruined.
I think what would happen if that is like they implement more Fox shows. I think that's my biggest fear for that. I would say.
Yeah, because Adult Swim has a lot of integrity. Like, I actually admire how much integrity they have.
Yeah,
Like,
they interact with the fans and
dealing
stuff
with
like
their
that.
audience.
Like
Yeah,
I like
like
that.
I was watching a couple of days ago, I was watching this video from Rebel Taxi, and he said that brought back Toonami like around the early 2010s. They brought Toonami as a
April Fool's joke,
as
I
an
think.
April Fool, right? Yeah, and that's really cool. Like
I didn't
Cartoon Network doesn't do that.
I didn't know that actually. I until I watched that video, I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't know that was an April Fool's joke. But I'm really glad. That's another thing about Stuart Snyder. Back to him. He was in charge of Cartoon Network, Boomerang, and Adult Swim at the time when they brought that back. So that kind of redeems him for taking it away in 2008.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people think that Stuart Snyder think that the era of Stuart Snyder was just bad, but when I like Stuart Snyder left in 2013, was it 2013? I might be mistaken.
2014.
2014. Like between 2010 and 2014, those were good years.
The Cartoon
And if you
Revolution.
compare, yeah, in fact, Snyder had more good than bad because if he came in 27, then that means he only had like 2 or 3 years of bad, while the other more than half was good. Like,
Yeah, his first few years were really rough. I mean, yeah, 2000. I think it was 2008. 2007 wasn't that bad except for the fall era. That